So Halo Studios finally gave us a taste at what's to come for Halo, and I'm mixed about it. So in today's video, I want to talk about what needs to change and also what I liked but disliked about this game. Because not everything about this remake is bad, so let's discuss the good. First off, I'm glad we got to play this game. Yes, it was a beta, but let me tell you guys, from someone who actually enjoys Combat Evolved, this felt good, but it could be better. And a little side tangent here, but the gameplay you're seeing on screen now is off of my camera, and it's being held up by my wallet. So if you guys could subscribe and like this video so maybe a Halo Studios employee would see this, that would be great. And if that Halo Studios employee is watching this, next time there's a beta or a testing, I would love to play it and get footage like 4K for my subscribers. So if we could make that happen sometime or ever, that would be awesome. So yeah, tangent out of the way, the menu is beautiful. It looks super clean, and this is by far the best menu we've seen from Halo Studios or 343. It kind of gives off that vibe of like Halo 2 and Halo 3, where it's like a floating camera and the music just hits. And overall, I think it's really good. Jumping into the game, the cutscenes were beautiful. Unreal Engine looks amazing, and seeing Foehammer was awesome. Hearing the crowd jump when Foehammer showed up on screen was just amazing. And looks were kind of the best thing this game had to offer, but also weren't the best thing. I'll get into that a little bit later. But sprinting is in the game. It's like Infinite's, where it's a slight change in movement, but to anyone who hates sprint, you can toggle this on and off so your immersion isn't broke or whatever. Me personally, I'm sprinting, so I don't really care. But also, some of the things in my previous video, which you guys should go check out, were actually like hit right on the head. Like new skulls, weapons, and even levels. Blood also makes a return, which means that this game is probably going to be rated M, which we haven't seen in so long. And I can only just imagine what the Flood is going to look like. I feel like it's just going to be insane with the new graphics and the way the blood looks. This game is going to look amazing. Fall damage also makes a return, and that's about it I have to say that I like about this game so far. The rest of this video, I think Halo Studios should definitely watch, because some of the things I talk about you'll hear in many other videos, but there's some things that, you know, I actually tried and some of the things didn't really work and I haven't seen on any other videos. But anyways, let's talk about the issues I have. During my playthrough, I noticed a very aggressive amount of input delay on the Xboxes. This did take away some of the fun that I had with this game, but again, it's a beta. I don't know, they might have been the older Xboxes that I'm hoping that they were, but I think they were the newest version. This game kind of felt like laggy and frames were dropping, so performance-wise, I'm a little bit worried there. And I did see some pop-ins even in the cutscenes, but I don't really care, but some people might care about that, so hopefully this all gets fixed when this game comes out in about a year. And I'm not sure why, but the enemies in this remake look like Infinite's and have reaches like animations. Elites have this like quick movement from Reach. And in Halo Reach, if you ever played the game on Legendary and you tried to melee an elite, it would quickly, like super fast, like one frame melee you and you were just dead. So I'm pretty sure that returns, and that's a big problem because Halo CE kind of had this like chess-like gameplay with their enemies and certain weapons you had to use, so I'm kind of worried about that. Also, the models look really bad in this game. They don't look bad. It's just, I don't want to play Halo Infinite 2. Even though I've never played Halo Infinite's campaign, I just know that this doesn't fit Combat Evolved. I think the weapons were really fun to use against these enemies. The only problem with the weapons, they don't sound like punchy like in Combat Evolved. Like in Combat Evolved, they felt really good. This time around, they don't really hit. They're just like the modern take on weapon sounds, and I'm not a fan of it at all. I think the pistol is a huge downgrade, and the AR mag size and that Needler ammo counter, those two things are just kind of like unnecessary changes, and a lot of this beta was just like unnecessary changes. Don't get me wrong, this beta is a step in the right direction, but there's just some things that are questionable. During one of my playthroughs on this game, I tried to actually shoot grenades. I noticed I couldn't do that, and that kind of upset me a little bit. Like in Halo Reach, you could throw nades in the sky and shoot them. Obviously, it was kind of like a skilled thing, not many people can do it, but it's still a feature that I wanted to do, and sadly it wasn't in this game. I think the art design of this game is a big problem. I get that this is a remake, but I also think that the structures seen in Combat Evolved should have just stayed the same in this game. I think that they should have just gotten the same look, but just better graphics. During the encounter with the two hunters, where there was like that small little structure, I liked the look in the original Combat Evolved, but when I saw it here, it was like this giant, like weird pointy structure structure. And it seems like Halo Studios or 343 loves to do this with their games. They love to make things clean and pointy. In the inside of these structures, I have no problem with them being clean, but on the outside, they need to have some wear and tear. These structures have been here for so long, and it doesn't make any sense why they're power washed and just like cleaned. I'm sure you've heard this in many other videos, but these structures need to be changed to have kind of like some grit and grime on them. Now that I got done talking about the really important stuff, I want to go into kind of the miscellaneous things that I noticed. Like, for instance, the Covenant now speak English. Why?
Smell one. Tossin' one.
Sure, in the original Combat Evolved, we had Johnson speaking in reverse to have for the elites and stuff like that, but the fact that they just speak English now and they don't have their own kind of language, it's kind of disappointing. Another thing I noticed was the Marines are the same models from Infinite. I really don't like them. I really like that kind of glowy visor that the Marines had in CE. The only Marine that really looked cool was Foehammer, and that was the only CE character that fit the world. So that's another thing I want to see, is Marines go back to that style. On screen now is what you're seeing. I tried to shoot the elite at the door and I actually just couldn't kill him. For some reason, there was like no counter to actually killing him. I don't know if this was because of the beta or if you can't do this in the actual game. So I'm curious to see if we can actually kill him at the door, because in Combat Evolved, you could actually kill this golden elite, but you can't here. To end on a positive note, the world felt like it was alive. Seeing the amount of creatures in the Silent Cartographer was just so cool. Like, there were creatures on rocks, creatures going into the water. There was like a starfish on the sand. Also, moving your character around in the sand was pretty cool. You could like see your own steps and stuff. But I really liked how Halo Studios was able to make this world feel like living, you know, it wasn't just like empty. But overall, this is a step in the right direction. I've seen so many videos and thought, why not make my own video? Even though I am saying the same things they did, but it's my video. I can do whatever I want. And this is also good for anyone at Halo Studios. If they want feedback, it's a video right for you guys. For everyone who made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you guys staying. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.